with those outstanding people. But I work in corporate America. I have a day job in an outstanding cybersecurity company. Uh, when I look at that, especially those working in corporate America, we use the badge of giving, collaborating. It's like we praise for being dependable. If you are a mom listening right now, I want to challenge one belief, okay? Imagine your daughter grows up doing exactly what she watches you do, never resting, never asking for help, always putting herself last. Would that make you proud, or would that break your heart? Because children do not become what we tell them, right? They become what they consistently model. This is something to reflect on. As I want you to reflect at what is your model right now for your children as a mother. As you go through today, as you go through your weekend. And now let's bring to into our corporate America. Have you ever been the person who is the volunteer for every project? Answer emails at night, late at night. Like sometimes I answer emails at 2 in the morning. And never say no. Have you ever become that person? Was that person? Are you becoming that person? Have you ever been the person that covers everyone else's work? Because eventually people begin expecting it. Not because they're bad people, but because you and I train them. Then one day, you and I feel invisible, overworked, burnout, resentful. And here is what is interesting. The resentment usually is not towards other people, is normally towards ourselves, because everything, the battle is internal. I am doing all of these things. And then it comes a time that I start pointing fingers in the external, because we often cross our own boundaries. When I look at high performance, they often confuse worth with productivity. I will be valuable if I do more, for example, is the mentality in corporate America in most organizations. But sustainable leadership is not built on doing everything. It's building on knowing where your energy create the greatest impact. The stronger leaders are not the busiest ones. They are the most intentional. I remember speaking with a corporate leader who told me this. I haven't taken a real vacation in the last 3 years. I asked them, like, why? Why have you not? You get so many days a year. And this specific lady said, because everything falls apart when I'm gone. But after I work with her, she realized something uncomfortable. Nothing was really falling apart. She had simply built a life where she believed she was responsible for everything. That is a huge difference. I work with sales teams, and one thing I often notice, most high performers confuse their work with productivity, like I said. So let me ask you something. If your calendar suddenly became empty next week, would you feel peaceful or would you feel guilty? And that answer tells you whether your identity is rooted in purpose or productivity. Okay. Now I want you to visualize a contrast of two lives. Okay. And imagine like two people, both work hard, both love their families, both want to make a difference. One believes my value comes from how much I do. And the other one believes my value already exists. So I choose where I give my energy. They may look similar from the outside, these two people, right? But internally, one lives in pressure, and the other lives from peace. The actions are not always different, but the source is. And that change everything. Okay. So before we finishing our life over here today, I have a challenge for you. If you've been listening and quietly thinking, that's me. I My life right now does not reflect balance between giving and receiving, right? I want you to stay with me for a few more minutes, okay? Because understanding the problem changes awareness. But what you are about to do next can begin to change your life. So before we leave today's life, I want you to make one decision today, not tomorrow, not Monday, today. Choose one way you are going to receive next week. Okay. Maybe you could accept help in your home, starting at home, then at work. Maybe you will ask for support from your children, from someone in project management. Maybe you will say no without feeling guilty. Maybe you will put in your calendar time for you to rest during the day. Maybe you simply will believe for the first time that you are being guided by the universe, that you don't have to earn your worth. Then come back here next week and tell me what changed. Because transformation does not happen when you hear the truth, when you log in and join my life. Transformation happens when you practice, when you implement into your daily routine. Remember this: life is balance without any influence of your internal um, chaos or troubles. It's about becoming someone who gives from a full heart instead of an empty one. Because you cannot pour from an empty cup forever. The people who loves you don't need a perfect version of you. They need a healthy version of you. And here is today's Pitch Gorilla true. Mark this down. Balance is not selfish. Balance is wisdom. When you learn to honor both giving and receiving, you stop surviving life and you begin living it with purpose, peace, and presence. So I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for spending your lunch break with me today. If this message resonates with your heart, share with someone who's always taking care of everyone else. They may need this reminder today. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and follow me on Instagram. Leave a comment here. Oh, that's nice. Um, Leave a comment below. What is one way you are going to honor yourself by receiving this week? Yes, do that. Let me know. Okay. Thank you so much for your comments over here in the chat. And until next Saturday, keep transforming your mindset and protecting your energy. Guys, my August agenda is open. DM me. I would love to be a part of your transformation. Having an amazing day in a week. I hope you guys really relax this week and make time for yourself. I see you next Saturday in our next lunch break live. Mwah. Bye. Thank you.